Gage is mulliganing down here to 6.
Yep, and we've got Gage on blue-white control.
Yeah.
And Sean is playing a red-green Eldrazi variant with 2 on-crop crashers.
Wow, that is super aggressive.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think about this matchup? I feel like the green-red Eldrazi deck's pretty good, but I don't know. Blue-white control's tough.
He's got some spice in here, and yeah, I would tend to agree with you. If you can just counter the things as they come down, then it shouldn't be too bad. Bloodbraid Elf is probably the best card out of Sean's deck. Yeah.
All right, Brad, I'm just going to let you know I'm very sad with this blue-white control deck.
No copies of Teferi?
No Teferi here.
We do see 2 copies, or no, 1 copy of Settle the Wreckage, though.
Yeah, so maybe this deck is pretty good against Eldrazi. There's quad Spreading Seas, quad Field of Ruin. There's Terminus, a Wrath of God. There's a lot of stuff. 4 paths. So maybe it's
Gideon Jura.
Maybe it's pretty good against him. A Supreme Verdict?
I think it's probably pretty good.
Gross. All right, well, we're going to see what happens. Gage is on a mulligan. I think that's 5 cards, actually, now. I see a Logic not hanging out.
These players do have a time extension from an earlier deck check or Judge Call. I'm not sure which. And then they obviously had a little bit of a time extension here to move them over to future match.
All right. Sean Soper off to a decent start. Mana Accelerate on turn 1.
Oof. And basic planes with double Logic Knot in your hand.
Ugh.
Or no, it's a single Logic Knot, but a Cryptic. not where you want to be.
You know, as someone who plays a lot of blue decks, I hate Cryptic Command. And I don't know why it is. I don't know why I hate Cryptic Command, man. It's just a card that I have some sort of flashbacks to. I played a really, really bad Goblin Dark Dwellers deck.
Sure.
With Cryptic Commands. Don't ask. Please don't ask.
I don't think I'm gonna.
Never mind. I'm not even gonna finish the story.
That's the deck. You probably shouldn't.
It was
you might have lost a little credibility.
Yeah, it was an invitational. I 4-0'd the standard portion.
Yep.
And then I 0-4'd the modern portion, believe it or not, with Goblin Dark Dwellers and Cryptic Commands in my deck.
Chalice for 1.
Chalice for 1. All right, well, good luck, Gage.
Well, he found another land.
I mean, it's something here.
So it does look like, interestingly, he had...
The Mystic Gate?
Yeah, I think that is a Mystic Gate. Maybe that's why.
Boom. All right, time to start thudding things onto the table, if you will.
Yeah, and I think you want to play your threats
all right.
Main phase here.
Thud. What do you got?
Ouch. All right, so here we go. We've got Detention Sphere.
Oh, man.
Cryptic.
And Logic Knot.
Logic Knot, Field of Ruin, which isn't a terrible one. And then, what's that last land there?
The Mystic Gate?
Oh, it's a Flooded Strain in play and a Mystic Gate.
It's it's a Mystic Gate and a Field of Ruin.
Yeah.
What do you just take Detention Sphere here?
I think so. It trades 1 for 1 with the Thought Knot, and then you get to draw the card again.
Yeah, right.
A little bit depends on whether or not you have Reality Smasher in your hand.
This green-red Eldrazi deck is... The Eldrazi decks are pretty impressive when they get going. I mean, turn 3 Thought Knot Seer is pretty good stuff, and especially on an opponent on a mulligan, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't see Gage coming out of this one. We could be wrong. He does have Terminus in his deck.
Yeah.
Right? That's probably live.
Yep.
He's got Wrath of God to draw into.
Yeah, sure.
He's got some draws.
Sure. Seer Vision's not good against this. Let's see. Here comes the check. I like this. Ooh. I would just dunked it. That's what I do. I just throw it down so hard and hope that the Chalice doesn't catch
it. Yeah. I had forgotten there was a Chalice on play.
Most people do.
I probably just would have cast it anyway.
Some do.
Yeah, we've talked about this on camera a bit. When you're facing down a Chalice, you have to time your spells right. It is a trigger that they have to remember, so it's completely okay to play your spells into it. And a lot of times if you just play them with confidence, then you can definitely kind of get your opponent to forget them sometimes.
All right, well, what else is Sean? How much more do you deploy to this board, honestly, at this point?
I think
that's fine.
I think I'm fine with Matter Reshaper, yeah, because that's a card that's going to replace itself. But probably not much more. This is a swing from 7 next turn.
I feel like you're gonna have to Logic Knot this. for a couple.
Yep.
You got to try and preserve your life total here if you're Gage, and that Logic Knot's not getting any better. Okay.
Snap doesn't do much.
We are not able to cast Cryptic Command, speaking of...
Right, but we can field, and then does... So interesting. Oh, there's a colorless land there. Okay.
That is a Kessig Wolf Run, I believe.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
All right, take this 5 again.
Seems like we should be fielding that, right?
Yeah, almost certainly here. Yeah, I don't. This game looks like it's going to be over pretty quickly. I'd almost certainly field here and try and get an island because you got to try and survive this.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. You cannot cast that.
That is not
cannot
castable.
Cast that. We're going to get them to pause here. We don't have actually the Mystic Gate.
Oh, I can make
is double blue. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I for some reason I thought there was a Flooded Strand again. We've had that going. All right, well, another Plains, not exactly the card we're looking for. Does he have 2 more Cryptics in his hand?
I honestly wasn't looking at his hand. I was looking at Sean's hand.
I'm pretty sure there's double Cryptic. Those are both Cryptic commands.
Yeah.
Is Gage going to find a way to get back in this game?
That might be enough.
Does he have a card like Sphinx's Revelation to like Brit? I don't think so.
No.
There's not one.
He just has the Jaces.
Okay. Well, that's not going to happen.
Are you bouncing the Chalice here?
Wow. Counter. I don't know. So the problem is you need a way to like advance your board state here.
Right.
So I think drawing a card is fine. There's a path to exile.
Yeah, but like you kind of want to Serum Visions a little bit, right? Like at some
oh
point.
Yeah.
I think the next one needs to bounce Chalice.
Okay. I'm with you on that. I like bouncing the Chalice because if he doesn't,
Ooh. Ouch.
Yeah. So Bloodbraid Elf's pretty good.
Okay, so it's not the end of the world though. So what do we got here?
Like
Nest Invader.
Nest Invader. Yeah.
Nest Invader.
All right. Whatever.
So we can counter bounce the Chalice path if we want.
Yeah, and I think path is pretty okay here.
Should we pull up Nest Invader?
Modern
All-Star Nest
Invader?
Invader?
I guess we can.
Gage is reading it. Might as well too.
All right. Oops, that's me. That's me and you. That isn't. We're not okay with that. All right. I'll bring you guys back down there. So, Nest Invader is an interesting one. It's when it enters the battlefield, create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token. With sack this, add a 1 to your mana pool. And it's a 2/2, though.
It is a 2/2.
So it attacks.
It does, but it also trades with Snapcaster Mage. So I think I would have countered the Bloodbraid Elf and bounced the Chalice.
Wow, are we just taking this 3 here?
If he does indeed have another Cryptic Command.
Did Gage take the 3 there? I think he did.
I think he did as well.
Well, that's aggressive in a deck full of lightning bolts also.
Yes.
And you can assume that those are still in the deck because they do kill. They do kill you. Oh, now we're bouncing the Chalice.
So he's hoping to draw or already has a Wrath of God?
There's a search for Azcanta in hand. I guess at this point Gage he's 1 land away from Snap Cryptic commanding for like the rest of the game because he has 3 in there. I think he has 2. Oh, there's a Settle the Wreckage.
Ooh, that's
so.
Good.
Man, this game's going to be a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Gage is at 5.
Yes. All right. The 1 from the Exalted. Yep, we caught it. Yep, thank you.
All right.
Here's the problem now.
So did Sean see it in game 1?
Sean still has this thought. Does he still have a Thought Knot Seer? No, that one got countered
countered on the way down.
Okay.
Yep. Now Thought Knot is a very good card against Settle. So if he does have one, I like deploying it if that's something he's worried about.
You're just swinging for the lethal here. I mean.
Yep.
And you're forcing Gage to act. I don't know what he could have. He has a Snapcaster, I suppose.
He does have a Snap. I mean, the problem is Sean's hand is still just.
Oh, it's stacked. He's got
so many spells in his hand.
6 cards, I think, and one of them's a Bolt.
One of them's a Chalice too, right? Because he bounced it.
Chalice and a Bolt, yeah. And like these are just, this cards are just happening this turn if he wants them to happen.
Right.
So I think now's a good time to play the Bolt and then play the Chalice afterwards.
Yep.
Possible.
I still like Chalice on 1.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair.
You could Chalice on 2,
There's the Bolt.
but I don't think that's worthwhile.
I like putting him to 2 here. That's good.
And Gage is going to need either a fetch land that can get basic, or he can't get a shock land if he wants Snap Settle directly.
Sean has this Ancient Stirrings in hand too to like try and find something else to help cross the finish line.
Maybe he won't even deploy the Chalice.
I mean, he unlocked his hand here.
I imagine he will.
There's a Bolt right there. Can't take that, sadly.
It's just a land.
Wow.
So that's kind of a brick.
He gets to play this land, I suppose.
Yeah, he has not played a land this turn.
What's next?
This Wolf Run's also like representing lethal next turn.
Yeah. You've already attacked. So he's probably getting mana for this Chalice.
That would be my assumption.
You like Chalice for 2 or 1?
I think I still like it for 1.
I think so. Path to Exile is probably the best card.
Yep.
That's not Settle the Wreckage.
Well, he didn't
He has 2
find
paths.
a land, so he can't Snap Settle. So far it looks like this Wolf Run is just lethal if Sean chooses to go for it.
Is a Field of Ruin?
Yeah, he could use that now.
It's like you have to. It seems really poor, but like that's how you die.
It is. You are dead on board right now, so yes, he should be using Field of Ruin.
This is good. This is good from Gage. You want to make sure to read the card that you assume can kill you.
Yeah, well, and a lot of people forget about lands. So just keeping those in mind is definitely a good idea, especially if you're playing Field of Ruin in your deck.
Yeah, I think we're having to field this. And the Snapcaster's probably just a chump blocker.
Yeah, which is a little unfortunate. Well, it's not lethal, right?
He has a Bloodbraid Elf, I believe, in hand, which Gage doesn't know about, but I believe he has a Bloodbraid Elf in hand. So
he can. I think he has a Logic Knot, or at the very worst, a Leak.
Okay.
So I don't think he's quite dead.
This game is so funny right now.
You know what I really kind of been looking at with these control decks is how good a Braid is. We kind of talked about this at our last Modern event, and I feel like a Braid is a little deserving of some more slots. I'm obviously not playing it in blue-white, but it would make me want to lean maybe Jeskai.
All right, search for his Kanta.
Okay. So
that is super aggressive. I think he's just actually dead this way.
Yeah, maybe he just said, I can't beat a Bloodbraid Elf anyway.
That's On-Crop Crasher.
On-Crop Crasher.
Can't beat that one either.
Yeah, that's good. Got him. All right.
Well, that's why he has On-Crop Crasher. He needs extra points to cross the finish line here.
I like it.
It's fine.
It's not quite an obligator, but it's less of a mana.
Does he have obligators as well?
He has 4 of them.
Okay.
Yeah. So
he's just super aggressive.
Yeah, he's just trying to play a more aggressive red-green deck.
All right. Well, we're going to go to the third game. The timer is probably a little bit behind. These guys have like a 10-minute time extension, I think.
Yeah, that is our current round timer, but I do think these guys have an extension.
It's 11 minutes, the time extension, plus probably 3 to 5 minutes because we moved them. So they're probably on a 15-minute time extension here. So not really under the gun per se, and there's about 4 minutes left in our actual round. So
while these guys are bored, you want to talk about articles?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's. The website is really sweet. So, it's got a nice overhaul. We just kind of took care of the overhaul of the website. It's very slick. It's easy to navigate, which is a big thing for me. A lot of really great articles, and they're free. So deck lists, strategies, tips, tricks, Q&A, and then the coverage is easy to access there as well.
Some Dominaria discussion went on last week. I mean it's been pretty impressive. Watching the content go up on the Nerd Rage Gaming website. And like you said, the overhaul was fantastic. And, check out Nerd Rage Gaming. Buy singles there, read some articles, check out upcoming events, things like that.
Definitely. All right, we'll hop down here and again. And I'll bring up On-Crop Crasher, which is a standard all-star currently. Because I know someone asked about it in the chat here. So I'll bring that baby up. And so On-Crop Crasher is just an additional haste threat, which seems pretty reasonable against blue-white control deck.
Yeah. I have a feeling it's not exerting very often. But when it does, it makes it so a creature can't block for the turn, which, might be enough sometimes.
Yeah. So Modern went is in this place. I know we just watched Elves, which had a billion creatures in play, but there's not a lot of creatures on the table at one time. I don't think they're mostly just like giant creatures at a time. Like we saw a Reality Smasher, the hollow ones. There's Tassigers and Gurmag Anglers. So making one not be able to block is probably pretty beneficial.
Yeah, it also shuts down potential like double blocks on Thought-Knot Seer or Reality Smasher, which makes those cards that much better. So I feel like it's a haste threat, and in its plan A, it's probably just that. But
3/2 on a stick.
Yeah, it kind of helps you enact your game plan a little bit as well, I think.
Yeah, I agree. It's an interesting inclusion. I don't think I haven't personally seen it. I know this red-green Eldrazi deck is fairly new, and it's been picking up a little bit of steam. So maybe there's just like a lot of flux going on, and trying to figure out what's the best creature in that 3-drop slot. And Obligator's certainly good.
Yep.
But Obligator doesn't really take much in this matchup either.
Yeah, and it's like a 3-drop on 3, a 3/1 haster, but it's a 5-drop to take something, whereas On-Card Crasher can just come down immediately and impact their inability to block.
All right, so it looks like Celestial Colonnade, and then Sean's going to go for another Ancient Stirrings. I think he has a Chalice in his hand as well.
I think Gage has a Settle in his hand. Ooh, putting 2 bolts to the bottom, which is actually, at this point in the game, is probably good.
Yeah.
It's not a card you want to see early.
Yeah, I like the Matter Reshaper's a tough card.
Oh, wow. Is his hand his hand looks very landlight.
Landlight, okay. So he's going to take the forest.
Yeah, he was probably praying for a temple there.
Yeah. All right. Takes a forest. I think he has forest. So he has 3 lands total in hand, it looks like.
And he does have a colorless land,
yeah,
which is important.
You just run this Chalice out there and hope it sticks every time?
I would assume. But yeah, I mean,
you got to fight through these mana leaks and things eventually anyway,
right.
So I think it's fine.
You need your creatures to resolve.
And if Chalice resolves, it's incredible upside. I mean, the game is half of Gage's deck is off at that point.
Well, and Sean's like, because he's landlight too, he can't sit around and wait.
Yeah, definitely.
And Gage is very unlikely to tap out.
He's just putting him to the test every turn, which is kind of why this green-red Eldrazi deck is so good. So he's putting him to the test with this Matter Reshaper. I believe he has a 4th. Oh, Vendilion Click.
Ooh.
I believe he has a 4th land and a Thought-Knot Seer in hand. Wow, that hand is juicy, though.
No 4th land. He's got a Stirrings, Crasher, Bloodbraid, Thought-Knot, Obligator. Wow.
Well, Gage has a lot of work to do.
Yep. But he does have a Supreme Verdict and a Settle in his hand. So as long as Sean times his threats appropriately, I think he's in good shape.
Do you have to take this Thought-Knot Seer here? Or give him...
Oh, maybe.
I don't...
Give him a shot at a land?
I just don't want him to have either one of these cards.
I mean, I don't want him to have
cards.
Bloodbraid. I don't want him to have Stirrings, really.
Yeah, there's just so many cards that Sean has that are excellent here. And Gage has 2 answers, but...
I think I'm taking Thought-Knot. And the problem is that if Sean Thought-Knots Gage, he takes Supreme Verdict,
and then plays around.
Settle, and then just plays around.
Yeah. I like this from Gage. I think I tend to agree. That goes in the... That doesn't go there.
Yeah, that should go to the bottom.
Bottom of the deck, yeah. Well, I hope we still have a table judge there, so we're good.
Bob caught it.
Cool. It's on the bottom. Sean gets a draw card, and we're back to Gage's turn here. A Logic Knot's a decent pickup.
Yeah, 1 card in the graveyard, no fetches? Okay,
there we go.
He'd have a fetch. Are you...
How aggressive?
Yeah.
Are we getting? Are we racing?
I think...
I'm racing.
Even though he has 2 haste threats?
I'm racing.
Okay.
I have a Logic Knot. I have a Settle the Wreckage.
Yep.
I'm racing.
Yeah, and even if you settle 1 for 1, like I think you could probably win that race. Is that a Wolf Run?
No, that's an Eldrazi Temple.
Okay, that's a Temple, yeah.
Man, as much as I talk about Bloodbraid Elf not being impressive, it's pretty good in these decks.
Yeah, man. It's probably we've talked about this before, but I think it's the more impactful card in Modern with the Jason Bloodbraid unbanning.
Yeah. Well, there's double TKS in that hand. So,
definitely taking 1. Yeah. You're sad to push the other to the bottom, though. But now he gets to play around Settle if he wants to.
Sure.
Now, if he just plays it, though, he gets Logic Knotted.
Yeah, he could get Logic Knotted
I
eventually
think
here.
that's what we're going to see.
So he's going to take another one. So this is why I like racing.
Oh, no, we're just going for the Crasher. I like it.
Settling him off here.
I think so. You take the 2 for 1. The only problem is it makes your Logic Knot a little worse, but I think you're fine with that.
He has a Supreme Verdict as well to kind of clean up after this.
Well, Sean's got good follow-up, too.
He does.
Blood Braid and a Thought Knot Seer.
He does.
And if he finds what, a Temple?
Yeah, he gets to do
he
both.
He gets to do both?
Yeah. Actually, he doesn't even need a Temple now because of the double. Any land, I think, does it, right? Now that he's going to get 2 basics.
Any land, yeah, you're right.
He does have more basics, I hope.
I guess, yeah.
1 forest, 1 mountain.
2 forests. 1 mountain.
He has 1 more. Yeah, so he gets to get both of the last 2 basics out.
So these are the last of his basics, though.
Also, notably, he gets to shuffle that Thought Knot Seer that was on the bottom back into the deck somewhere.
And the 2 bolts.
Yeah, the 2 bolts are deadly also.
Which start to get good against the Svendilian Click.
That's a Blessed Alliance.
Ooh.
Spicy.
That's a good one.
I like it. Just keep racing. I mean, it's 4 turns.
I mean, Blessed Alliance.
Blessed Alliance is really good here, too.
Yeah. I really like it.
And we're a land away from this Colonnade being able to be active.
He could choose to Obligator this turn.
Wow. Is that another Temple?
Instead of Blood Braid Elf?
Yeah, well, he gets to
so I think Gage is at 19 right now.
Okay. Yeah, he took the one from the fetch land. Excuse me. All
right, yeah. We're Logic Knotting for it all.
Is it 5, 3, 4, 6 here?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's 1 short. I mean.
And I mean, you're not necessarily unhappy with this because now you just get to play Blood Braid Elf.
Sure. Blood Braid Elf is scary.
Blood Braid Elf hitting on-crop Crasher is an interesting one.
Nuts. Yeah, that's very good. No.
Well, all these lands he's not drawing.
Whoa.
All right, swing for 6.
All right, well, the race is on. So Blood Braid Elf hits a haste threat, which, I mean, you can't draw it up any better than that. I was thinking if he hit a Chalice of the Void, how irritating that would be.
Yeah, I mean, that's a downside for sure.
All
right, Stirrings. Find me some more gas. Reality Smasher probably the best thing.
So he has lands. That's a Blood Braid Elf and so he has lands and a Noble. I think you have to take the Noble here. That's the only card that does anything.
You can't take Noble.
Oh, excuse me. It's not colorless. That's too bad. So he just lands. So another Blood Braid Elf is to the bottom of the deck now.
Yep.
I feel like we're in the position where we have to just.
I
say we have to wrath the board here.
I feel like Sean's deck might be a little bad for Stirrings.
Okay.
Like that card might need to come out.
Think so?
I mean,
I guess the on-crop crashers make it significantly
and the Blood
worse.
Braids, and then Nest Invader.
Well, Gage has to wrath the board there, which feels pretty bad.
I agree.
What is Sean's follow-up here? He has a crasher, right? And
I think it's just this Obligator, right?
Oh, really? Timely reinforcements?
Wow.
Is that what I see?
I'm pretty sure.
Wow, we get the Timely and we have a Blessed Alliance.
That's Timely's so good against Obligator.
Timely is very, very good.
Holy. Now, okay, let's say Sean has a bolt. Do you bolt your Obligator to prevent him from getting 3 1/1s?
Brad, we are just on the next level.
I mean,
bolt your Obligator. I'm firing Timely off 100 times.
Yeah.
Here.
I think they're.
Wow, that is so good.
Yeah.
I love it. Timely Reinforcements is one of my favorite cards. Like, I don't know.
It was so good in the Nahiri decks.
It has a split mode where it buries people.
Yeah, it's very good at protecting walkers.
Is that another Blood Braid Elf I just saw? Speaking of good cards. Sure thing.
Oh, here we go.
Dismember.
Wow. I mean, you get to cast for free, but you're killing a 1/1.
I suppose that's fine. That is
Are you going to not cast it?
Oh, you're certainly you just have to, right?
Sean trying to decide which of these soldier tokens he hates the most.
Yep. Which one do you like? Which one is irritated
always,
you? The middle one?
Always the middle one.
Yeah.
And then when they go to pick it up, you say, wait. And then you pick another one.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives the other one strength. They should be at 8 still. Yeah, that's free.
Yeah.
Yep. We're good.
You don't pay for Dismember.
Now with the Blood Braid.
Yeah. Now, are you on the double block or single?
Sean has one card left.
Sean has one card
and there's a Blessed Alliance in our hand. I think I like this. And just hang out. Go down to 7.
He also has a Colonnade.
Oh, man, I thought that was a Snapcaster Mage. That's a Spreading Seas.
Not the greatest. I think we're...
This has turned into a really good game. I like attacking.
Whoa, really?
Oh, yeah. You have a Blessed Alliance, man.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. Smasher would be scary, though.
I don't think you're beating Smasher anyways.
Yeah, I just feel like, maybe setting it up so that if he does Smasher you...
All right, I'm gaining 4 and making him sack this like 100 times.
I guess a land makes him have Colonnade,
yeah.
And then...
What do we got? All right, here we go. Spreading Seas and Detention Sphere.
Okay.
Well, that's an easy take.
Yep. Now, a land makes the Colonnade be able to trade if he wants, but he'll probably just start punching in damage with it, I would think.
The best card here is probably Jace if he had
No, I think it's just land, activate, attack with just the Colonnade.
Yeah, attack for 4.
And then get him next turn.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Gage has a clear path to victory here.
Yep.
And Sean can find... Man, a Kessick Wolf Run doesn't do it, I don't think. Ooh, that's a good start.
I don't even know what this gets. A Nest Invader?
Yeah, that's not good enough. I don't see any life gain in his deck.
So what could he have here? He could have a Dismember, I think is... he doesn't have enough life to pay.
Right. The only card I see is in his sideboard he had 2 copies of Pulse of Marasa. I don't know why they would come in, but those gain 6 life.
All right, I'll attack. Yeah, I think Gage is going to win this game.
I think you are absolutely right.
All right, same thing. What a game.
Wow.
What a game.
That was a lot of back and forth.
It was.
It's pretty sweet.
All right, well, congrats to Gage with the blue-white control deck.
Yeah, and obviously that was the last round, or last match in our round. So we're going to take a quick break.
Yeah.
We're going to find you round 3 pairings, and we'll be back here soon.
Wow, good stuff.
Yeah, awesome.